Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel.
Hi!
We have Rudy Patootie here.
I feel like you need to go ahead and explain what's happening.
So this is my bestie. We met on TikTok and I'm visiting her here in Nashville and we are doing each other's makeup, which is kind of why she said that, because she's wearing this beautiful look that I just did over on her channel. So if you're interested, I will leave that linked here and also like in the bio. So yeah, today she's gonna be doing my makeup, kind of like in her style, I think.
Yes.
Right?
I'm planning on doing, if you are new to my channel or you've never seen my videos, I typically do the same type of look every day, but I've mastered it. It is a light, really soft glam look, lots of cream products, minimal powders, really glowy, kind of that natural summer sun-kissed look. So I'm gonna try that today on Kevin. I'm a little bit concerned because his complexion is probably 2 or 3 shades lighter than mine.
Yes,
he has a different
absolutely.
face shape, and I've also not done makeup on someone with a beard before. So we're gonna have a few challenges, but I think I'm gonna win.
I'm pretty confident in you just because a lot of these recommendations, which you've probably seen just on my channel in general, come from her. You've probably heard me say her name a lot, especially when recommending products. So I feel confident in you. A lot of the products that I use are recommendations from you. So
yeah,
I feel pretty confident in this. So yeah.
And we do have somewhere to go this evening, so we'll see kind of what ends up staying on.
I will leave all of her information linked down below for you to go find. But yeah, make sure to subscribe and let's get started.
So to start today, I'm gonna go in with the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist. He actually used this on me as well. Freaking love this product. It's beautiful as a primer and it's also beautiful on top of makeup.
I use it more as like a toner or an essence.
You see that? That's how much you used. Do you wanna know how much you used on me? Go watch my
I was
go watch
waiting
my
for more
channel.
sprays. So I spray a lot on my face. Because I need
watch
that
my
hydration.
channel.
My skin's very dry though, so I feel like I need tons of hydration.
Yeah, but at a certain point, you're just drowning it. I'm more of a quick makeup type of gal, so we're not doing a primer. I'm not a primer girl. I find that the more layers you add on your face, the more you end up looking like this. So we're actually gonna test out the CC Nude Glow from IT Cosmetics. This is brand new. It's not even available at Ulta yet. I think it should be by the time this video goes up. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm actually not a huge fan of the CC products, but this one, Kevin let me test and I'm addicted to it, and he is in shade Fair. So I'm actually gonna put it on the back of my hand and then dot it onto the face, because I find that if you go in straight on a brush or you go in straight with a sponge with a product that's a little bit more emollient, it will suck it up. And this also gives you an opportunity to be like, oh, do I really need to use more than this? Because it's kind of shearing out on the skin.
Can I just ask you, because I'm feeling this way, how do you feel about like seeing my skin in person?
It's gorgeous.
Because I see your skin and I'm like, oh, this is like interesting. Because sometimes
This is interesting.
no, like it's gorgeous, but it's just it's just interesting to see like what makeup looks on you, like how glowy you like your makeup.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes you can't really get that, especially on TikTok with like the low quality videos.
Right.
I see it more on YouTube. Your YouTube is great, and honestly, you see more of like true
The
skin.
pores, yeah.
Yes.
Well, and because we're doing our phone with our TikToks, and then on YouTube we have this nice camera that allows you to really see. Neither Kevin or I use filters also, so even though the phone doesn't have a filter on it, it's still lower quality, so it's just not gonna come across as true as a YouTube video. See, I can already tell I'm gonna use way less product than you normally use. Like, I just had one pump on the face and I'm feeling really good about that, whereas yesterday you were lathering on the product.
Yeah,
No
I also
offense
feel
to
like
you.
the sponge that I was using, which I do really like, the e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge. No, not at all. I was having anxiety when she was doing my
well, we're gonna have
concealer.
to You have a really tight nose side,
I don't ever
so I have to really get in
I
there.
don't ever see makeup artists do that.
Well, there's a reason, babe.
But I do feel like the sponge that I normally use sucks up a lot of product.
I feel really good about this amount of coverage because it looks like your skin. And you can still see here, like he has some leftover from a pimple here. Like there's a little bit of redness here, but overall it looks really natural and glowy. And that's what I like to go for, because at the end of the day, this mark is gonna be there whether or not we cover it up.
Yes.
So let's just have it look as natural as possible. And then if we need to go in with a concealer or something like that, we can. So next I'm going in with the YSL Touche Éclat in shade 2.5. This is a little light for me, so I'm thinking it's gonna be perfect on him. It's a beautiful, really light, low coverage concealer. I'm gonna start with this, and if I need to lighten elsewhere, I will. This is also a click pen, so it's really easy to use on the go. Also, using a beauty blender under the eye, it's going to give you less coverage than a brush, but it is going to give you more of that natural finish because the water in the beauty blender is going to help blend out that product into the skin rather than it sitting on top of the skin.
Is this product normally
Actually looks
low coverage, full coverage?
Low. Very low coverage. This is meant for like the everyday gal. Perhaps you wear this at work, but if you're looking to really cover your dark under eyes, this is not the one. This is for the everyday, maybe going to the grocery store, or for me, I like to wear this every day, but it's also really easy to layer because it is so thin. And then if you want to brighten elsewhere, you can add a little here on the bridge of the nose, and then typically I'll add some here, but since he has a beard and a mustache, there's no point in doing that, but you know, whatever. Really just helps brighten and mix everything together. If you have fine lines under your eyes as well, or laugh lines, concealer like this is gonna look so good because it's very lightweight and it moves with you. You know what I mean? When you wear a matte concealer, it's gonna really dig into those fine lines and it's gonna be hard to blend out over time. Whereas when you're wearing a lighter coverage, you can really just tap it in with your fingers if you feel like it's starting to crease, and it will just melt back into the skin. I'm not going to set anything because I don't set anything usually. If I do, it's very lightly under the eyes and on any places where I'm oily, but Kevin is dry, so there's no reason to. It's gonna sink into his skin and we wanna leave that glowy look. I'm going in now with a cream bronzer. This is the Tarte cream bronzer in the shade Breezy. It's really nice. It's great for beginners. I'd say it's more of a matte look. And since we have so much glow going on, we really don't need a glowy bronzer, but it's still cream, so it's gonna give more of a natural finish. Okay, so I'm using an angled brush here that's kind of fluffy and packing it in here. Again, these are really easy for beginners because you can just do. You don't have to worry about the stick and making this line or whatever. And this is, I'm gonna start on the forehead because I've not ever done a bronzer around a beard. And I really wanna be careful about that because I don't want to make this big muddy mess around your beard, you know?
One thing I can say is that the beard can collect product.
Exactly. And I'm a hairy Croatian woman, but I'm not that hairy.
But honestly, that's one of the difficulties that I've had with makeup is because sometimes the chisel happens where there's a really defining line between like your contour and your bronzer and all that, and then people like powder here to give that sculpted look. Yeah. I can't do that.
And you don't want this, yes, you know?
Exactly.
But you might be getting that today. I'm just gonna kind of sweep this on either side of the nose and then go under like this. I'm not a contour type of person unless I'm maybe going out for a long periodically time. And sometimes I like to just kind of sweep that up underneath where the brow bone is as well to add just like natural definition to the nose without it being like two lines, you know? Typically I would go under the jaw, there's no reason to. So what I'm gonna do is just very lightly go right here and just leave it right here. I'm not going to blend it, I'm literally just gonna tap it because I don't want it to go any more than this. And then you just continue to tap to blend that out. Okay, so we're just gonna leave it there, give a little side view. See how I kept it really high and really tight. We didn't bring it too far down towards the beard. And then we're gonna put the blush closer to that area. And if I need to go back in with a bronzer, I can, but it's better to have to build than to take away. Next, I am going in with a cream blush stick. This is the Milk Makeup blush in the shade Perk. This is a lip and cheek tint, so can be used on both. It is a really sheer coral shade. So it looks really scary, right, when you look at that, but it's actually not. It's quite sheer, and I think it could be built up on deep skin tones and sheared out on light skin tones. So I'm gonna use the same brush because we want that blend. We want that blendability between the bronzer and the blush. So I'm just gonna use it directly on my brush and then go in on the cheeks. Have you ever used these?
No, and that's kind of small. Is that the regular size?
No, this is the mini, which I recommend you get the minis because when's the last time you went through a whole blush, you know?
Never.
And also if you like it after the mini, then you can buy the full size. So I am more of a apples of the cheek across the nose kind of blush girl, but Kevin is not. However, this is not his rodeo, it's mine.
I normally like my blush a little higher, even on the temples of my face.
And I love going across the nose because it gives such a youthful sun-kissed glow. Like, oh, he was just out in the sun and he just looks so fresh. Pinch his cheeks vibes. Okay, so we're just gonna leave it at that. And again, after we finish everything, we're probably gonna add a little bit more. more, just to see like once you add an eyeshadow and a mascara, sometimes it can wash everything out. So you start with what you know and then you build. Okay, so this is the product of the year in my opinion. This is the Sephora Supernova Cream Highlighter Stick. It's from the Sephora collection and it is the absolute most beautiful, sweaty, golden looking highlighter. I absolutely love it. I think I would typically go straight in on the skin, but since I've not worked with his skin too much before, I'm going to use it on a brush. It has no glitter in it either, so it's like really just a sheen, and it doesn't stay really tacky all day. It kind of like just sets and stays that way.
I don't think it really moved yesterday when I used it.
No, it's gorgeous. And again, like you can be messier with these products because they have this like sheer transparent base to them. So even if you mess up, even with your finger, you can blend that out easily. This kind of look, I'm gonna tell you, is not a look that's maybe gonna last all day and stay exactly like this. But again, it's one of those things that can easily be touched up while you're out. And to me, it's one of those things where it's like, I would prefer to have to touch it up a little bit to keep this sort of natural look than to have to powder it to the gods before you leave and be like, ugh, this is just too matte, you know? Okay, so we're gonna do something on Kevin that I love to do as a little quick update to an everyday look, which is taking a brown liner. This one is from the brand Cali Ray and it's in the shade Secret Spot, and you just smudge it out along the lash line and it gives you just a little bit of definition without being like, oh, does she have anything on her eyes?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And how your lashes are so beautiful. His lashes are like a lash lift all the time. It's insane.
Me and my brothers have them.
So you can see if you open, he has the tiniest wing. You can take a wing like that and turn it into any shape you want because it's just so easy to move around. And you can add to the wing.
You do this instead of liquid liner?
Yep. And it turns into like a little bit of an eyeshadow too. It's like both. I'm gonna add a little bit more to the middle of the lid because he has hooded eyes and I want it to kind of be shown on that part of the lid. Can you just see that slight bit of definition between these two eyes?
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Okay, so we finished the eyes, but we did like a little tiny wing and a little bit of mascara because Kevin's lashes are so long and beautiful. He really did not need very much at all. And to finish it off, we have to use a bright inner corn. That is kind of my thing. I love a super bright, really lit up inner corn. So I'm using this milk chalk. I hate this, but I love it. This is the color chalk in Hopscotch. It's like a super bright, really beautiful shade, but it's literally chalk and it is so annoying to use, but it is worth it because it looks so good on the inner corner. So I literally just go in there like this. He has very deep set eyes, so I'm literally putting it in the inner corner and twirling it around to give him that bright inner corner shade. What's it real good? Same thing on the brow bone, just to give it in a little extra oomph. Ooh! And then for brows, I'm just gonna lightly go over his brows with the Kosas Air Brow in medium. He really doesn't need it, but since we have some powder on the eyes from the chalk, just a little something. And I like to have my eyebrows like pretty much straight up and then sort of feathered out. So that's what I'm doing to his ass.
Hi, Penny. Penny's licking my hand if you can hear a little.
Tell them about your experience with Penny this weekend.
Penny, we believe, is afraid of my
Hair.
curls. When my curls are down.
Which is weird because she has curly hair.
Yeah,
You
but I
would
feel
think
like she runs away when she sees my curls. Like she's hesitant to come up to me, and then as soon as I pull my hair back, she runs my way. And like she cuddled with me this morning. She honestly
Your curls were out this morning. It's when you're standing up and you have your curls out.
Well, also at the time I have like extreme bedhead.
Extreme.
Yeah, and having my hair back all day and then not having showered. Sometimes my curls, they're like super straight. They're just like pulled like that. But we cuddled. She honestly like waited on my bed for me the whole time I was showering.
Is she the sweetest dog you've ever met?
She is the sweetest. But then as soon as I put my friggin' hair down, done. Relationship over.
That definitely added some definition. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with the blush as we mentioned to add a little bit more because now you can see what else is going on and how we need to add a little bit more. Going back in on the brush.
That's a little more my speed.
Oh, it's so cute.
I'm somebody that likes a lot of blush. A lot of glow and
I love a lot of blush too, but I don't want it to be circles.
Circles?
Circles.
Oh.
Like you do.
I like to start mine here and go up and then it stops here.
Okay, next we're going in with a lip liner. We're kind of rounding things out already, which is crazy. This is the Persona lip liner in the shade Almond. It's really pretty, very kind of nudish, everyday lip. And Kevin likes to, his lips are super dry and flaky. And he likes the look of larger lips. So because he has that mustache, I can really kind of draw whatever I want because you won't see it. I'm going to overline the sides and not the middle because that is what I find helps give you that bigger look. Personally, that's what I do. Also, when you're overlining, make sure you connect and feather it in on the sides. Okay, so this is a brand new product. I haven't even used it on myself yet. I just bought this at Ulta. This is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip in the shade Strawberry. I am very much into this kind of sheer red juicy lip color, and I just think it's gonna look so good with this. So I'm actually just gonna kind of dab it in the center and then see how that looks, and we'll add more. So give me a yeah, and you can actually, yep, perfect. Juicy cutesy.
Juicy.
I feel like I did a bad job personally with the lips, just because of the beard, and the beard and the mustache are just like throwing me off. They're throwing me for a big loop. Look up and look at this. Oh my, now just stay. Okay, we're wrapping up, you guys. Last but certainly not least is a fake freckle. There are lots of different ways to do a fake freckle, but the easiest is with a freckle pen. And this is the ColourPop freckle pen. It's so easy. I'm not gonna show you, I'm just gonna show you on the face. So the best way to do a fake freckle is to start at the triangle that is around your nose. That is where the sun hits you and where you would get those freckles the fastest. So I literally just dot, 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 and then you copy paste, copy paste. You want them to be almost not there because real freckles don't show up as big ass dots on the face, do they? No, they're little lightly brown, little irregular random dots. So that's what you go for. It doesn't have to be uniform at all. Also, if you have a pimple, the best way to cover it is with a fake freckle. I like to carry it too under my eyes because freckles naturally go right here. So it only makes sense that they travel outside of that little triangle that we made. But that's a great place to start. It's just like right there.
I used to have freckles as a kid and I miss them.
Yeah, I know, but freckles also mean melanoma.
Yeah, and angel kisses. All right, so that is the look that Rudy did on me. Honestly, sitting here, at least from the viewfinder, we're both beautiful.
I call this my Cabbage Patch look. It's literally the look that the Cabbage Patch dolls have, and it's perfect for the everyday person.
I have to say, I feel really pretty. I honestly really like the eyes. I think that's my favorite part. That little wing and mascara really made a difference. I love the faux freckles.
What do you think about the placement with the blush? Because typically that's not what you do, and like the bronzer being kind of higher and less around the
I like
beard
the
line.
bronzer. I feel like I would add the blush like a little bit higher.
Yeah.
I kind of like it where it is, but I would just kind of like continue it like a little bit higher.
How do you feel about it over the nose? It's cute. It's like a little sun-kissed moment. And with the freckles, it really adds to the sun-kissed look.
Yes, absolutely. And I feel like the lip and the eyes kind of like completes it, like I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
I feel pretty.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you. I think you look gorgeous as well.
Thanks, babes.
Jesus Christ.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. All of Rudy's information is going to be linked down below. Make sure to go watch her video where I
TikTok,
do her
Instagram,
makeup.
YouTube.
We're also doing a mukbang after this as well, and there's going to be TikTok content as well.
If you want to learn more about us, how we met, our friendship, nasty little details, check out the next video.
Yes. What's your information at the Rudy Berry?
It's at the Rudy Berry on Instagram and at Rudy Berry on TikTok. If you search Rudy Berry, I'll come up.
At Simplee Kevin. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, and we'll see
you in the next one.
I'll see you in the next one, but you'll see more of her. Okay, bye.